Hi everyone, welcome to Responsible AI video series. In this module, we are going to cover the foundation, the core principles, and also the key dimensions of responsible AI. Things like transparency, explainability, robustness, and so on. We are also going to explore some of the global standards and frameworks available to assess any sort of AI products or solutions against these practices and principles. So if you're ready, let's jump in. So, at the core, responsible AI is about harnessing the power of this transformative technology while ensuring its development and also deployment are guided by ethical principles and a commitment to social well-being. The concept revolves around two fundamental principles. The very first one is around maximizing the benefit of AI, which actually just are brought to the individuals and organization, and even like society as a whole, while minimizing potential risk and negative impact. It's not just a theoretical concept. Responsible AI has profound practical implication. As AI permits various aspects of our lives, from healthcare and finance to transportation and education, we must proactively address its potential and the social impact. This includes mitigating biases, protecting privacy, ensuring fairness, and also promoting transparency, all the crucial consideration for building trust and ensuring AI's ethical development. The need for responsible AI is not just a recent phenomenon. Concern about the potential for bias and unintended consequences in AI systems have existed since the early days of this field. However, the rapid advancement in AI capabilities and its increasing pervasiveness in recent years has brought these concerns to the forefront. This has led to the emergence of formal AI principles and ethical guidelines. Organizations at forefront of AI development, such as Google, Microsoft, or Amazon, have established their own set of AI principles, demonstrating a growing commitment to responsible AI practices. In addition, there is a heightened recognition of AI's social impact. Its influence on decision-making processes in areas like lending, hiring, and even criminal justice raise critical questions about fairness, accountability, and also transparency. The potential for AI to perpetuate or even amplify existing social biases has spurred a greater focus on mitigating this risk. Now let's talk about the core principle of responsible AI. The foundation of responsible AI rests upon a set of core ethical principles that guide its development and its application. These principles provide a framework for navigating the complex ethical landscape of AI. The first principle is beneficence. AI should be designed and used to benefit humanity and contribute to the betterment of society. This means prioritizing applications that address real-world challenges, improve quality of life, and also promote human well-being. The second principle is non-maleficence, emphasizing the imperative to prevent harm. This entails activities mitigating potential risks associated with AI, such as bias, discrimination, and also unintended consequences. Autonomy, the third principle, underscores the importance of maintaining human control and oversight. AI should not operate in a black box. Humans should have the ability to understand, intervene in, and also ultimately control AI systems. The principle of justice calls for promoting fairness, equity, and inclusivity in all aspects of AI. This involves addressing biases in data and algorithms, ensuring equitable access to AI benefit, and also preventing discrimination based on protected characteristics. Finally, explainability highlights the need for transparency and understandability in AI systems. AI should not be a mystical force. Individuals should be able to comprehend how AI decisions are made and the factors that influence those decisions. A cornerstone of responsible AI is the concept of human-centric design. This approach emphasizes the needs, values, and well-being of individuals when designing and developing AI systems. A key aspect of human-centric AI is understanding user needs. This involves activities engaging with the individuals who will be impacted by a AI system, understanding their perspective, and incorporating their feedback into the design process. It's about creating AI systems that serve human needs, not the other way around. Another crucial element is accessibility and inclusion. AI systems should be designed to be accessible to all individuals, regardless of their abilities, background, and social status. This requires considering a diverse range of user needs and perspectives, ensuring equal access to AI benefits. User empowerment is also important and crucial. Individuals should have control over their interaction with AI systems, including the abilities to understand, modify, or opt out of certain AI-driven processes or features. This promotes agency and ensures the individuals are not merely passive recipients of AI decisions. Finally, establishing robust feedback mechanisms is also essential. Users should have a clear channel to provide input, report issues, and shape the ongoing development of AI systems. This iterative feedback loop ensures that the AI systems are continuously refined to better serve human needs and also reflect social values. To translate these ethical principles into practice, various organizations have developed principles and frameworks that provide concrete guideline for responsible AI development and deployment. As an example, Google AI principles emphasize the use of AI for social goods, ensuring fairness, protecting privacy, and upholding high standards for scientific excellence. These principles reflect Google's commitment to developing AI that benefit humanity and also address social challenges. Also, Microsoft Responsible AI principles highlight the importance of fairness, reliability, and safety, um, and even things like privacy, security, inclusiveness, transparency, and accountability. Beyond these types of principles, there are also established frameworks that provide a structured approach to responsible AI. The National Institute of Standards and Technology, or short for NIST, has developed the AI risk management framework known as NIST AI 100-1 or AI RMF. These frameworks offers a comprehensive set of guidelines for organizations to manage the risk associated with AI systems and promote their trustworthiness. Recognizing the unique challenge posed by generative AI, NIST has also released a companion document, NIST AI 600-1, which especially addresses the risk associated with this rapidly evolving technology. In addition to principles and frameworks, various standards are emerging to promote the trustworthiness of responsible use of AI. These standards also play a crucial role in establishing common ground and best practices for the development and deployment of AI. One such a standard is BS ISO IEC 42001, which is an international standard for AI management system. These standards provide guidelines for organizations to implement a robust system for governing and managing AI risk, addressing ethical consideration, and also ensuring responsible AI practices. In addition, the Montreal Declaration for Responsible AI is another significant initiative. This declaration outlines a set of ethical principles and guidelines for AI development and use with a strong emphasis on human rights, well-being, and sustainability. It serves as a global framework for promoting responsible AI development and aligning AI with human values. One thing that need to be noted is the fact that like individuals and organizations should integrate responsible AI considerations throughout the entire AI lifecycle, from initial design and development phases to deployment, monitoring, and continuous improvement. During the design and development phase, clear ethical guidelines should be established. This includes addressing potential biases in data and algorithms, ensuring privacy and security, and also promoting transparency in decision-making process. The training and evaluation phase is also crucial. Here, fairness metrics should be incorporated to assess and mitigate bias in AI models. Transparency and explainability should also be prioritized, ensuring that the inner working of AI systems are understandable and also traceable. Once an AI model or system is deployed, ongoing monitoring is essential. This involves establishing mechanisms to detect and address biases, unintended consequences, or potential harms. Providing clear user guidelines and feedback channels is also critical to ensure responsible use and gather valuable insight for improvement. Responsible AI is not a one-time fix, but rather a continuous process. The continuous improvement phase involves iteratively refine AI system based on feedback, ongoing ethical evaluation, and the evolving understanding of AI impacts. All right. So far, we covered the definition of responsible AI and some of the core principles and some of the global efforts to build the responsible AI capabilities. Now let's talk about the responsible AI dimensions. Here, we listed 5 main dimensions for responsible AI. Things like bias and fairness, which is to ensuring AI algorithms are equitable and also free from bias. We have explainability and transparency, which means making sure AI systems are understandable to foster trust. Privacy and security, which focus more around protecting user data and ensuring secure operations. Safety and robustness, which is more around developing reliable AI systems that prevent harm. And the last but not least, accountability and governance, which is more around establishing frameworks for ethical AI oversight. Now let's go through each of these individual dimensions. Let's start with the fundamental concept of fairness. Fairness in AI is about mitigating bias to ensure that the AI systems are equitable and don't disproportionately benefit or harm certain groups. Imagine an AI system used for loan approval that is biased against certain age group or genders. This would be an unfair system. We strive to build AI for good, AI that benefit everyone. Study shows that a large majority of organizations believe in the potential of AI for business improvement, but we must ensure that the improvement is equitable and also does not exacerbate existing disparities. Now let's peel back the layers and understand the different ways bias can creep into the AI system. Firstly, we have data bias. This occurs when the data used to train the AI model already contain more like a kind of biases. A classic example is historical loan data, which might be biased against certain communities due to past discriminatory practices. The AI model should be trained on this data. Would then, if any sort of AI model is trained by this data, it definitely inherits some level of biases. Secondly, we have algorithmic biases, which is introduced during the algorithm design or training process. This can happen due to the selection of features used to train the model or the optimization criteria used to evaluate the performance. For instance, if a job application screening system prioritizes certain keywords that are more common in male-dominant fields, it might disadvantage female applicants. Finally, we have human cognitive bias. This is all about how our own inherent biases can color our perceptions of AI system and their output. For example, we might be more likely to trust an AI system decisions if it confirms our pre-existing beliefs, even if that decision is actually flawed. It's crucial to acknowledge that these different types of bias can interact and compound each other, creating complex challenge in mitigating bias effectively. So we cannot address what we cannot measure, right? So let's explore some key techniques to quantify bias in AI system. Firstly, we have disparity metrics. These metrics help us compare outcome produced by the AI system across different demographic groups. For instance, in a loan approval system, we could use disparity metrics to compare loan approval rate between men and women or across different ethnic groups. Significant disparities in these outcomes might indicate the presence of bias. Next, we have counterfactual analysis. These techniques involve tweaking specific input feature to see how they affect the AI system's output. Imagine a hiring algorithm. By changing a candidate's gender or ethnicity while keeping other qualifications constant, we can observe whether these factors unfairly influence the hiring decision. This helps us understand the impact of each feature and uncover potential biases. Lastly, statistical hypothesis testing allows us to determine whether observed disparities are statistically significant or simply due to random change. This adds a layer of rigor to our fairness evaluation by helping us distinguish between real bias and natural variations in the data. Remember, each of these techniques provide a unique perspective on bias. Often the most robust approach involves combining multiple techniques to gain a holistic understanding of the AI system's fairness. Now that we've identified and measured bias, let's shift the gear and discuss how to combat the bias. There are several effective intervention strategies that can be employed at the different stage of the AI lifecycle. Firstly, data processing is crucial. This involves cleaning and also transforming the training data to address any existing biases. Techniques like resembling the data to ensure equal representation of different groups can help mitigate data bias. For instance, if our loan approval data has fewer examples of loan granted to women, we can oversample those examples to balance the dataset. Secondly, we can make algorithmic adjustment. This involves modifying the algorithm itself to reduce bias. Techniques like adjusting weights, incorporating fairness constraints during training, or using adversarial training methods can help address algorithmic bias. Adversarial training, for instance, involves training a second model to detect and highlight bias in the primary model, helping to minimize discriminatory outcome. Thirdly, incorporating human-in-the-loop oversight is also essential. This means having human experts review AI system decisions, particularly in high-stake applications. Human can detect subtle bias that might go unnoticed by automated method and can override decisions when necessary to ensure fairness. Remember, the most effective approach to bias mitigation often involve a combination of these strategies tailored to the specific AI system and its application context. Now, let's shift the gear and talk about another critical aspect of responsible AI, which is explainability. Explainability refers to our ability to understand and interpret how an AI system arrives at its conclusion. Imagine an AI system that denies someone a loan. Explainability allows us to delve into the system reasoning and determine what factor influenced the decision, such as credit score, income, or perhaps even factors that shouldn't be considered, like age or gender. Why is explainability so important? Firstly, it builds trust. Users are far more likely to trust an AI system if they can grasp its reasoning process. Without explainability, AI decisions can appear arbitrary and unreliable. Secondly, explainability is key for ensuring accountability. By understanding how an AI system works, we can identify and rectify errors or biases that might be present. It also allows us to hold developers and users responsible for the outcome produced by the AI system. Without explainability, it becomes difficult to assess the fairness and reliability of AI decisions, and we risk perpetuating discriminatory practices without even realizing it. Now let's talk about some practical techniques that can be employed to enhance the explainability of AI system. Firstly, visualization is a powerful tool. By using visual representation, we can make the AI system decision-making process more accessible and also understandable to humans. Techniques like decision tree, feature importance plots, and heat map can visually illustrate the factors that contribute to the AI system prediction. Secondly, local explanations are essential to providing individuals insight. This explanation focuses on explaining a specific prediction made by the AI system. For instance, in a loan application scenario, a local explanation would highlight the key features that led to the approval or denial of a particular application loan. This helps users understand the rationale behind the AI system decision in their specific case. Thirdly, rule extraction is a technique that involves driving a set of human-readable rules that approximate the AI system's behavior. This helps to decipher the logic underlying the system's decision and can make the system more transparent to users. Imagine a complex fraud detection system. By extracting a set of rules, we can understand the patterns that system uses to identify potentially fraudulent transactions. Now let's talk about transparency, which is closely linked to explainability. Transparency refers to the openness and accessibility of information about the AI system. This includes details about its design, the data it was trained on, and the process by which it makes decisions. Let's break down some key aspects of transparency. Firstly, documentation is crucial. This involves providing clear and comprehensive documentation about the AI system. This documentation should outline the system's purpose, its intended functionality, its limitation, and any potential risk associated with its use. Secondly, data provenance is vital for transparency. This means disclosing the source of the training data used to build the AI system, as well as any characteristics of the data that might be relevant to understanding the system's behavior. For instance, if the training data was collected from a specific geographic region or demographic group, this information should be made transparent. Lastly, model interoperability plays a significant role in transparency. This refers to enabling users to understand the factors that influence the AI model's prediction. Techniques like visualization and model decision or providing explanation in plain language can enhance model interoperability. So now that we understand the transparency, let's explore how transparency play a role in building trust and fostering responsible AI practice. Firstly, transparency is the cornerstone of accountability and responsibility. When AI systems are transparent, we can hold individuals and organizations accountable for the outcome those systems produce. It's crucial to address this is crucial for addressing ethical concern and ensuring that the AI is used in a way that benefits society. For example, if an AI system used for hiring exhibit bias, transparency allows us to trace back the source of this bias and hold the responsible parties accountable for rectifying it. Secondly, transparency empowers users. When users have access to information about how an AI system works, they are better equipped to make informed decisions about whether to trust and use that system. This fosters informed consent and promotes responsible AI adoption. For example, if a user understands that a facial recognition system has a higher error rate for certain demographics, they can choose whether or not to use the system based on their own risk tolerance and ethical consideration. Lastly, transparency is becoming increasingly important for regulation and compliance. As governments and regulatory bodies worldwide grapple with the challenge posed by AI, they are increasingly incorporating transparency requirements into AI regulations and standards. Organizations developing or deploying AI systems must be prepared to disclose information about their system to demonstrate compliance with these regulations. Now let's talk about the next dimension, which is privacy and security. As AI becomes increasingly a part of our lives, the importance of safeguarding the data that fuels these systems cannot be overstated. AI systems, especially those dealing with sensitive personal information, must adhere to privacy standards. This includes implementing measures to prevent unauthorized access, ensuring data integrity, and adhering to relevant regulation such as the GDPR. The landscape of data privacy is constantly evolving, bringing forth new challenges. Data breaches unfortunately remain a pressing concern. Attackers are constantly seeking vulnerabilities to exploit, potential gaining access to vast troves of sensitive data. Moreover, AI systems themselves can become target, with attackers seeking to manipulate their algorithm or disrupt their operation. And finally, the potential misuse of AI for malicious purposes, such as generating deepfake or spreading disinformation, is a chilling reality we must confront. So now that we understand the issues related and risks related to privacy and security, let's talk about some of the methods that can be used to ensure data privacy. Encryption is a fundamental technique that renders data unreadable to unauthorized individuals, protecting it both at rest and during transit. Access control, on the other hand, limit data interaction to those with the necessary permission. Additionally, de-identification techniques strip data of personally identifiable information or PII, ensuring um, individuals' anonymity while preserving the data's analytical values. Alright, now let's talk about the next dimension, which is safety and robustness. As AI systems become more sophisticated and take on more critical role, their reliability and predictability become paramount. We need to ensure these systems function as intended and don't pose risk to users or the environment. One key aspect here is adversarial robustness. Imagine someone intentionally feeding an AI system misleading data to trick it into making wrong decisions. That's an adversarial attack, and our system need to be resilient against such a manipulation. Similarly, fail-safe mechanisms are essential. Think of these as safety nets that kick in when things go wrong, preventing catastrophic failures. This could involve switching to a backup system or simply shutting down the AI system in a controlled manner. So now, how do we ensure these safety principles are implemented in practice? Through testing and validation during the development phase are crucial. This involves rigorously evaluating the AI performance under various conditions and identifying potential weaknesses. But safety does not stop at deployment. We need to monitor AI system in real time, keeping a watchful eye on the behavior and detecting any deviation from the norm. This helps us address issues before they escalate into bigger problems. Finally, standards and guidelines play a vital role in establishing a framework for building and deploying safe AI. These provide a set of best practices and recommendations that developer and deployer can follow, ensuring a consistent approach to AI safety across the board. Now let's move on to accountability and governance. The cornerstone of ethical and responsible AI. As AI systems become more integrated into our society, it's vital to establish clear lines of responsibility. Who is accountable for the decision made by this system? Who oversees their development and deployment? Having a clear answer to these questions is essential for building trust in AI. Beyond individual accountability, we need robust governance structure. Think of this as the guardrails that guide ethical AI development, deployment, and use. This involves establishing policies, procedures, and oversight mechanism to ensure AI is used responsibly and also does not lead to unintended consequences. Now let's look at some key elements of this governance structure. Ethic review boards, for example, can play a crucial role in evaluating the potential social impact of AI system. They can help identify potential biases, privacy concern, or safety risks before deployment. Auditing and monitoring systems are also essential for tracking AI performance and ensuring compliance with established policies and regulations. By continuously evaluating the AI's behavior, we can detect and address issues promptly. Finally, transparency and explainability mechanisms are crucial for building trust in AI. When people understand how AI systems make decisions, they are more likely to accept those decisions even if they don't always agree with them. Alright, now to wrap up. As we venture deeper into the age of AI, let's remember that the privacy, safety, and accountability are not isolated concepts. They are interconnected pillars that form the foundation of responsible AI. We need a holistic approach that combines technical solution with ethical consideration and robust governance frameworks. And most importantly, we must embrace continuous learning and adaptation, recognizing that the landscape of AI ethics and risk is constantly evolving. By working together, we can harness the incredible power of AI while ensuring it serves humanity in a safe, ethical, and beneficial way. Thank you.